I feel deflated. I feel like I keep wanting my life to feel more together than it is in like all the daily things. Like I want to wake up and not see this every single day. And it's like, I've been trying to get to that place for so long. Like I feel like in so many of my videos, I'm like, we're resetting, we're cleaning, we're decluttering. Like we're trying to do a little cleanup every night and like nothing is working. And do you know why? I feel like it's the same with why I could never reach a lot of my other goals. And it's just like, I'm not being honest about who I am. It's like I have this idea and I'm like, okay, it should be this way, and I have all these invisible rules, but I'm not like accepting like, okay, yes, I love it organized, but who I am to my core is I am a perfectionist, which means that I feel paralyzed and I would rather let everything go to shit than not do it perfectly. And that is my issue. I feel like I've been doing that with everything, like with my content, with everything in my life. I see the potential and I'm like, there's no point in doing it if I cannot do it right. And so I'll wait until like everything feels detrimental. Like I'll procrastinate it till I cannot like handle it anymore. And then I'll like force myself to do things. And it's like, Shyla, like I know myself well enough now. I have to accept that that's how I am and like find a way to deal with this, because this is just not working for me. I don't have it together like I hope. Like I keep hoping, you know? And like that's why I've been so proud of myself for doing a 10-minute workout. That's why I've been so proud of myself for uploading, even though it's not what I want. It's not the amount I want. So I just have to figure this out. We have to figure this out. Anyways, I'm just in the cycle and I see the cycle and I don't know how to break the cycle. Just clean up the kitchen. The dishwasher is running. I'm gonna prep some cold brew for this week so that I can make my yummy iced coffees. I saved these Starbucks jars from forever ago to prep my cold coffees. So, how are you? Let me know in the comments how you're doing. How was your week? I want to hear about it. I have to update my calendar because I have a lot of plans coming up that I haven't filled in yet. I have to babysit, date night. Actually, I totally forgot till I was writing it in that we have date night. Me and Boss's anniversary, both our like actual official like when we started dating anniversary and our wedding anniversary, they're on the same day, is on May 26th. So we will have been married for 2 years this year and together for 6 years. Is that not insane? Like the longer I'm with Boss, the longer it's also like I'm in the Netherlands, like living abroad still. Like, can you believe it? What is happening? How have I been abroad so long? I was talking to my stepbrother yesterday. So we grew up together until our parents got divorced. And we stay in touch. Anyways, we were having a conversation yesterday and I was telling him about how like we genuinely are and were and are still, I guess, the first generation to really grow up on phones. And we were just kind of talking about how that is and was and all the things. And he said something to me that clicked so much with how I am. And I feel like you could probably tell this too, the way that I talk about my goals and results and like wanting to see and all the things. He was like, I think that we're just used to getting things fast and immediately and like the dopamine hits and it's like, yes, like I knew that, especially about like the younger generation who's like growing up fully on TikTok, but I never really like fully identified that with myself until he said it. And I was like, oh, so like I know I'm an impatient person. Like I feel like I've always been an impatient person, but I feel like I've never really made that link before of like, oh yeah, I just want things really quickly and like I expect things really quickly, and like I'm not great at planting seeds and letting them grow in the time frame that they're gonna grow. I'm like staring at them like, when are you gonna grow? When are you gonna grow? And I feel like that realization has just been really helpful for me whenever I'm thinking about my goals now, literally since today. So yeah, I found that really interesting and like, yeah, a helpful thing for me to remember when thinking about how I get discouraged and feel like I'm doing things wrong when actually I'm probably not doing things wrong. It probably is just taking more time than I expect or hope it would. Hi, there was a request to give a little makeup tutorial. I always return back to the L'Oreal Paris True Match foundation. They have a couple different ones. There's one with a dropper that I really like, and there's this one. A lot of times I just use my hands for everything, but we're feeling fancy today, so we have a kabuki brush. This one's from Tarte. I feel like it's kind of a staple brush to have. So this is technically a concealer, but because I use so much, I'm like, it's kind of a foundation. If you're looking for a lightweight concealer that's not as pigmented or matte as the other one, this one is one that I always use to brighten up my face. So like under my eyes is a great place for her. Kite is sick, and I just told boss literally today, I said, I think this is the hardest time we've ever had since becoming parents. It does take a toll, mostly physically, a little bit emotionally as well, but I've just been struggling with my mental health again lately. I've been feeling it. I've been feeling very depressy, and I've been giving in a lot to those depression feelings. So I feel like I just haven't been taking care of myself the way that I would hope that I would the past few days, and it's just really getting to me. This is the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Iconic Nude. I ended up reaching out to a friend yesterday who was able to kind of just like keep eyes on Kite. Like our place isn't that big, so it's like I was still there. We were just like chatting the whole time, but I could clean, and that was really, really helpful because I just really needed that. I really needed some time to like get everything really nice and neat. This is the Victoria's Secret Color Shine lip gloss in Starstruck. Still, like I was cleaning for probably 5 hours. I will admit I'm not the most efficient cleaner, so it's just like the fact that it feels so never ending. I haven't had literally since we came here, like I haven't had the time or space to do everything that I hoped, because we've had a baby ever since we've been in this place. So like it's just, I love that I've gotten around to a lot of projects, but I just feel like I'm not even close, you know? And I want to see my wins as wins, but like I said at the beginning of this video, like I am just like, it is, if it's not perfect, it's not done. And I just don't think I even have the time or space, or what I said like means before, to just do everything I want. This is seriously one of the most game-changing steps in my makeup. Like if you go back a few seconds versus now, I feel like this really ties everything that I do together in my makeup. Like every step is important and I love every step, but this one's great. So this is the Bobbi Brown foundation stick. It is in the shade Neutral Chestnut. I actually picked up this tip from like a really old school YouTuber that I used to be obsessed with named Shawnee Grimmond. I believe she used this in one of her videos, and she explained that like she used it because it's a foundation itself, so when you blend it, it's still coverage, and that works out really good for me because I have a lot of scarring here on my cheeks, so I just feel like it's a win-win. Plus the color is beautiful. I do really prefer my hands in the end because it's really buttery. It's not great to blend when it's not warm, but when it's warm, it's super blendable, super buttery. I love it. I feel like I used to always start my foundation or my contour down here, but now like from TikTok, I've kind of learned to more start up here, and there's like all these different, probably better ways you could do it, but this way I just feel like it works for me. I'm happy with it. Okay, the next product is another Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Beauty Light Wand blush in Glowgasm. So anyways, my whole point to all of this is I think that because of all of the hurdles that I have been facing this week with Kite, with my mental health and everything, it is a very crucial point in my direction of life right now at the moment to not let that get the best of me. I really need to say like, okay, even though I don't feel like cleaning or going out today or taking a shower or like doing all the things that I struggle doing right now, I know it's better for me, like if and when I find the opportunity, obviously, with Kite. So anyways, this is the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. I swear to you, I've had this for, I'm not trying to lie, but definitely years. I don't know how many years. I've had this for years and years and years, and it's the best. And I really wish that I didn't run out of this color, Silk Teddy. Obviously, that was my favorite color. And if I had it, I would still use it so much in the corner of my eyes, just everywhere, honestly, around my eyes. I love it. This is such a great palette because it's so blendable. Like, you can just go down the freaking line and build up your eyeshadow look however you want. So anyways, I usually go for very basic and neutral looks, so I don't even always do this shade, but just because we're filming a little thing, I feel like we're gonna be extra. So anyways, that goes in the crease. And then honestly, I just do a little bit of this Honey Pot, and then I put it like in the middle and outer corners of my eyes, not all the way across. And I just feel like it's really cute. Like, it's neutral, but it kind of pops. Anyways, we're almost done. The last thing I do is just mascara in the shade Brown from Too Faced. I hope that was everything you were looking for. I'm gonna tag you. Now that I have this short hair style, I promised myself before I got it that I would like put effort in styling it, which really just means putting it in a ruler when I can. Oh my gosh, she's insane right now. But honestly, it just takes me 2 minutes to actually style it with this. I feel like the roller doesn't even help that much, maybe a little bit. But yeah, I just do it because that was the promise to myself, so. I'm just gonna fold this right away and put the other one in the dryer too, and I hopefully can fold that too later. And if I do that, then all the laundry is caught up, so that's great. I am actually working today in between all of this. I normally don't even have this time to come home, but it just worked out that way today. So I'm pretty sure that I have biological depression and not just like situational depression. And I think my situation just kind of like makes it worse or like expresses it more, because I do feel like I deal with it pretty well. Like, I am very high functioning. But yeah, whenever it gets bad, obviously it gets really bad. And I find it really frustrating because I kind of almost feel like I gaslight myself into thinking that like I am just not depressed anymore and that like I won't be again, and it's just not true. And I guess it feels frustrating because it's like nothing really changed in my situation. Like, I'm actually still so content and grateful with like where we're living. I love my job. I am so happy being a mom. I feel like I'm taking a lot of right steps this year. Like, there is so much going right, and so it just feels like confusing, I guess, is maybe more what it is. Like, why now? Why kind of just like out of the blue do I kind of not, I just don't like a lot. I don't feel comfortable saying to the extent. I don't feel comfortable expressing the extent of my depressive thoughts online, because it's, I know you know if you have gone through it, and there's no need to like go there. So I'm just like, but it is just, yeah, like I said, frustrating, confusing. It makes me feel very out of control of my own life. I think it's just really important for me to keep taking these steps that do make me feel like I'm in control of my life, focusing on what I can control and reminding myself, okay, it's not that I actually don't want to go outside or do this or do this or do this. That's just what my depression wants me to do. That's what depression is. Like, calling it out for what it is has been helpful in me just being like, okay, you're not gonna, it's not you, Shyla, and you need to fight like the urge to crawl in your little, you know, Shyla cave and give up. Like, you need to fight that urge, because we remember how low of a time that was when we did do that. So I think the super interesting part about that too is that I actually really do feel better whenever I do this stuff. Like, no, I don't feel like doing it all. Yes, it's taking everything in me. Not super enjoying the process either, but I do feel like I'm taking my power back. I feel empowered. And I think you can feel empowered and maybe not good at the same time. Like, you can feel like it can still be the right thing and what's best for you, even though it doesn't feel great to do. I think it almost always pays off in another way, even if it's not in the moment. And I think just reminding myself like that I have proof of that this year. Like I really have done that, and I really have felt better than I felt in so long. And it is all because of me consciously saying, okay, this isn't going to get the best of me. Some days it really just isn't possible. But I think the hard part with that too is like, okay, I take rest days, but then like I said, the more I don't do things, the more I'm like justifying why I need to continue to not do things, and that's what the problem is. So I think really this crucial point has been saying, okay, I've done that for 3 or 4 days now, which it is what it is, but Shyla, if you keep doing this, this isn't a break, this is your lifestyle. And I think like keeping yourself accountable is always a little like, yeah, confronting. Like, you don't want to go there, but I think you can do it with compassion. I think it's like holding your own hand through taking those steps, you know what I mean? It can be both. You make space for both, and that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to be like, I know how hard it is for you, I know you're feeling like this, but I also know you're gonna feel a lot better. It's just reparenting really too. So it's compassion, it's self-discipline, it's the reparenting, it's just consciously entertaining two polarizing ideas and two polarizing ways of doing things. Anyways, I don't even know if I'm making sense. And I just keep telling myself staying small will always feel safe, and that's always valid. But you have to remember the cost. The cost is not feeling satisfied. Valid to do both at different times, but it's the reminder of what that cost is and if you're willing to pay it. So then the second part I feel like comes up of like, if the cost is me not feeling satisfied, is feeling safe the priority at the moment, because sometimes it genuinely is. Yes, that could be what I need sometimes, but it's definitely not all the time that that's what I need. So I truly have been more satisfied getting over this resistance that I have a lot of times now that I have proof of the result I have of doing that more times than not.